I knew it was you.
Good morning,
Chad
Bears
already
Nation.
warned
It's
me.
a football Sunday. Welcome to the Halas Hall Report pregame show. We've got Woody, we got Mike, and we've got a frozen screen in the bottom right corner. Good morning. Hey, we're going to start this off as promised with something we forgot to do on our Wednesday night show. Yep, win some signed Chicago Bears merch. Mike, let me throw this over to you and give away some free stuff, man.
Yeah, we're doing this once a month. All you got to do is follow and like Mike the Bear fan. All you got to do is interact, like, or share. We'll just get right to it. Here's the list for this week. Mark Elmore is at the top. We have 48 people that qualified. And what we do is we just randomize 2 dice. And whatever the dice roll is, that's how many times we randomize it. So the number is 9 today.
Come on, Woody, win.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last one here, whoever's at the top wins a prize. And we have Chris.
Wait, scroll down, Mike.
Scroll down.
Yep, you gotta do it again.
It's 9. It says you have randomized it 9 times. We had a 9. It's a 5 and a 4 equal 9.
Hold on, let me go full screen here so I can see this better. Oh no, you're good. You're good. My bad.
No, you're good. I know it's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
But
hey, congratulations, Chris. What did Chris win?
Chris actually wins. Let me get it off the screen here. He wins a rookie Noah Sewell 2022 Bowman Chrome auto in blue, and it's a numbered card 36 out of 199. Congratulations, Chris. All you got to do is private message me your address, and I'll send it out next week.
Chris,
that's a graded card too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's graded at an 8.
And private message me. I will pay for that card.
That's a graded card. Well, that's a good way. Always a good way to start off the show. Maybe I'll bring the Bears some luck today. You know, we talked about this Wednesday, gents. Look, Getsy's play calling, right? I mean, you know, it's my little tag there. Throw the damn rock. You know, today, fellas, we got to put the ball more than 3 yards downfield. You know, we talked about a Wednesday. Fields definitely needs to throw the rock around. I mean, we brought in 2 big name receivers. You know, between trades between last year and pre-draft, we really need to do stuff. Chase Poole has apologized to teammates, coaches, and the front office for his lack of effort in week 1. Jay Glazer is actually just reporting this second, and that's, you know, part of it though. I don't blame Claypool in a way, because if you're not throwing the ball, I kind of get it, but the Bears are in the all orange crush today. Gotta love that. But let's see the rock get thrown. Mike, what about you? I mean, you know, it's just got to be throw the damn rock, right?
Yeah, definitely got to throw downfield, but unfortunately 2 offensive linemen out like Woody has on his. So I think it has to be quick passes for the most part. You know what I mean? And run the ball so it'll open up the play action so we can go downfield. I hope we have at least 5 balls more than 15 yards, not no -5 to +5. You know what I mean? Like, you got to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah. No, I agree. What do you think about today?
Well, we had another offensive lineman out. Nate Davis is attending a funeral. One of his family members passed away. Sorry about that. So we're going to fluctuate this offensive line again. So we don't know. I think Carter is going to take his spot. And the way last week happened, we gotta we know what happened last year about fluctuating this offensive line around. So he's got to have to do some quick throws. So he might not have time to throw down the field long 5 times. So these short passes might work today. But Buccaneers, they impressed me last week, even though they played Minnesota. They went into a hostile environment and they took down Minnesota. So our offensive line has to, block, because that Tampa Bay defense it's coming.
I mean, because we know they have a good defense, right? It's like not like their defense just disappeared overnight. The old line, though, we saw it last year. We saw it week 1. Even last year, I mean, for us, it's always our default. I guess it's been our default for the last season and then change. Really, though, they've been providing good protection to Fields. He just kind of pulled the trigger. We noticed that last week, and we talked about it Wednesday. Because that takes us into this here. We got the coaching matchup. I mean, and this is look, Eberflus has to make adjustments, right? He didn't adjust well in the second half, which honestly was the first time we saw the Bears really not adjust well at a halftime. Claude, what do you think about that, man?
Go ahead, Jason.
Jason, go ahead.
What are we speaking about here? Sorry,
Eberflus making adjustments.
What was that, Woody?
I said, I was just joking. He just wants to know how you think about Eberflus and his second half adjustments and what he has to do.
Well, I definitely didn't like what I seen the first game. It was rough to watch, really. I mean, there was some bright spots, but I think the Bucs are further along than the Bears are. Anyway, I think the quarterback matchup's pretty even. I think Fields is still struggling, but hopefully he starts to find his bearings. I don't know. There's a lot of guys that are, haven't played as long as him and are further along, and all of us keep making excuses for the guy. And I don't know how much longer we can do that, but the coaching is I'd give the advantage to Bowles, to be honest. He's been more time with his team.
I think, and Eberflus, of course, is double dipping, doing a little defensive coordinating this week as well, which was his forte. I think, Mike, that's going to have an impact on this defense, which is still kind of finding its identity.
Definitely. But yeah, hopefully we have second half adjustments for sure, even adjustments at all. But like I was going to say the same thing. Eberflus is calling the defense, so I hope to see a little more pressure than what we've been seeing. You know what I mean? Let's see some blitzes. Pressure Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes some sense. I mean, and then because we got this, we also got this whole Johnson Evans matchup today, which I don't know, because as we get to injury report, I think there's gonna be some fluctuation with the way the Bears do coverage today. So I don't know how big that's going to be, but I mean, look, for today here, we're about 17 minutes out. We got some special guests to bring on. It's this is kind of a nice quote by you, Mike. The clash between the Bears and the Bucs is more than just another game. It's a chance for Chicago to end an 11-game losing streak. We've lost 11 in a row. We need to break it today. Would be nice if we could do so, go in on an away game, lick our wounds from week 1, and come away with the W. But Woody, I think we got there's some injuries though that from both sides. I know you got the injury report. There we go. So tell us what's going on there, and then before we bring in the Bucs fans.
Well, obviously, Blackwell. I thought he would be filling in good. But he's out, so they brought up Stroman Jr. from the practice squad, and Bucs just added Vaughn, their running back, to their inactive list as well. So hopefully, like I said, 2 offensive linemen down. We know that shit from last year, so it's going to be tough today. I don't know if we're going to break that streak.
Well, we had some IR traffic too this week, didn't we?
Yep, Gordon's out 6 to 8 weeks. He had surgery on his hand.
Yes,
It went well, so he's trying to go through going through rehab 6 to 8 weeks. So
I mean, week 1 was pretty brutal across the league. I mean, I saw a really brutal video of Aaron Rodgers highlight reel for this season. It was him, coming onto the field as a Jet carrying the American flag, and it said, "Thank you for watching his highlights for the year."
Yep.
I mean, that was pretty damn brutal. But I mean, league-wide, luckily we have fared well, and he's not missing the season. Being out 6 to 8 weeks still sucks. But I think that just shows that the Stevenson drafting, why that was so important. But
I think our season will be over by 8 weeks. Just being honest.
Our season will what?
I think our season will be over by week 8.
Well, we'll see. I mean, there's a long. Oh, we lost Tony. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's welcome Tony to the show. He's
hey, what's up?
Man. So Tony, I know you had to be happy with that big win in Minnesota last week. Went into the Vikings house and stole one. What are you guys thinking about today?
Today, here's what I'm feeling. I feel like Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans should have an action today. They didn't have it last week. I'm not really impressed with the win last week. It's Minnesota. I shouldn't be worried about them. Now, if it was Philly or San Francisco, that would be a different story.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Minnesota is a kind of one of those teams because they played really good Thursday night. They have a crap defense, but they have a phenomenal offense, and your defense did a great job of containing them at home. This is the team that was a team last year that was putting up 30-plus points a game. The Bucs did a great job. I watched that game last week. You guys did a great job on containing. So, what's your thoughts for today's game? You're in about 14 minutes.
I think this game should be close. Both teams. I think Chicago's looking more for a win for Tampa. My only concern is, can Tampa stay consistent? And could Todd Bowles somehow keep his job? Because before the season started, I thought, okay, Tampa.
Okay, there we go. Tony cut out and cut back. All right, sorry, we lost you for a second.
Dang. On my end, I lost you guys on my end.
Internet connections can be what they can be. Not the perfect
Sadly.
one. I think, for Todd Bowles, it's hard. I mean, dude, you go from having a Hall of Fame quarterback, right, to go
Right.
to, okay, I'm going to retire, and now crap, I mean, and you lost Gronk. When you lost Gronk, that was one thing because that was a safety net for
Fournette.
Right.
Tom, and then you lose Tom. So, I mean, I don't think necessarily his job, I don't know, maybe his job isn't aligned, but I mean, you guys have a more than capable defense. I mean, I know I like this game living in Florida myself. Used to live down in the I-4 corridor. Now I'm up a little north, a little further. But I know Des Clark is at the game because he's from the area. So I know there'll be a big Bears contingent down there at Raymond James Day. It's always fun to go to games here in Florida because it's about a 50-50 crowd.
Right.
That'll probably be the same today in Tampa. But what do you think the score is going to be today? We'll do a round of predictions, and we'll start with Tony. What's your prediction for today?
I think 14-7, Tampa. Because the reason I say that because Mayfield seems like he's scared.
Oops. All right, Tony popped it out. Let me do this really quick. Let us know your predictions. Now that Tony's let us know his 14-7 Bucs is what he said. Let us know in the comments who you're taking today, and we'll go back around the room. Who's up next? Woody?
Yeah. I don't think it's I think we're not going to break that 11-game winless streak. I think the way the Bucs came out last week and played, even though it's Minnesota, they played at Minnesota. Antoine, Winfield Jr., he had a pick six, and Justin Fields known for throwing picks, and he threw a pick six last week. Our offensive line is fluctuating with 2 guys out. I think it's 27-17 Buccaneers today.
Too much
Wow,
negativity.
Jason, what about
Woody.
you, man?
Mike, I love you though. That's a positive.
I mean, you really got to step it up because of the standings and the pick'em since everybody started the year 0-1.
I know it doesn't matter about the pick'ems and free prizes. I'm going off what I think. I'm a realist.
Oh, you're trying to get that Noah Sewell right away. Well, let's move to Jay on the next pick'em. Who do you think's going to win, Jay?
Well, I'm definitely going to go with the Bucs here. I definitely think Baker Mayfield's more of a game manager style quarterback, so I don't see him blowing the Bears out. But definitely they have their shit together more than we do at this point, in my opinion. I'd have to say, if I was to guess, I'd say 27-17, 27-14. 27-14. I'll make it a little different, but
Jesus Christ. Fucking Jay.
I couldn't even hear you. I was cutting out.
Hey, first week back, and he picks my score. God damn it.
You know, you got to love it. Mike, what's your prediction for today, brother?
Before I say my prediction, I'm going to give the predictions that the people couldn't be here. Billy Defense Flores got the Bears winning 24-17. CJ's got the Bears winning 14-10. Bear fan Dan's got the Bucs winning 20-10. And I actually have the Bears pulling off a squeaker 19-17.
Do it.
With a bunch of field goals today.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one, man, because right now I don't have faith in the offense. I have more faith in the defense than I do the offense right now, but you know what? I think this is going to be – I agree with it. This is going to be a close game. Jesus. I'm going to go 20-17 Bears on a Chris Santos field goal.
Fucker.
Yeah,
Just pay homage to Woody. I'll go with the Bears field goal to win it with less than a minute left in the fourth quarter.
Santos
will get us the win. That's what I'm going with. I just both teams are question marks, right? I mean, we saw it last week. Week one is hard too because it's like basically preseason all over. It's still preseason, right? Let's face it. I don't think we're going to know what our teams are like until week 3, really, until after week 3. So all these games early are still kind of a little bit of crapshoot. Bucs got a great defense. I like Baker Mayfield. I think the Bucs are going to be dangerous this year if they get it together with Baker. They're going to be dangerous this year because Baker's not a scrub, put it that way. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Tony, are you in Florida right now, or are you elsewhere?
I'm currently still in Florida.
Okay. You going to the game? Well, obviously you're not going to the game. You're on with us.
Right. I went to one game yesterday at Raymond James, so there's that.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Tony, before kickoff, go to my page. I have a post and put your score prediction in there. And for everybody watching, I do this every week. If you make a score prediction and you make the prediction correctly, I'll send you something free.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it should be an interesting day. The weather is nice here in Florida today. Well, it's nice every day in Florida, so I mean, not that we ever can really complain.
It was all right yesterday.
It should be optimal field conditions for these guys to play. Just looking forward to the game. Now we're gonna have the game on our simulcast. We'll after we conclude this show, we'll be moving over. So it's not like normal where you just stay here. There'll be a new link that pop up. Also, don't forget every Wednesday night we got the Halas Hall report with Woody, Mike, Jay, myself, a couple others, and we do that every Wednesday. There we go. On Mondays, we've got the NFC Open mic with the guys from 365 main event. And then every weekday at 11 a.m., I believe that's Eastern, the 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central. There's the NFC main event football talk morning show that Russell does. I haven't been on it in a bit, but I go on every so often. Mike goes on it, Wood goes on it, and that's daily. So the Valhalla report's been kind of a shifty target. They were on when we were on last Wednesday, and then of course we've got the those damn Packer fans with their show on Friday nights, the Frozen Tundra. And of course, we're going to be here every week, 11:30 for pregame. Next week we'll be here for pregame, but you're going to the game, right, Mike? You're muted, Mike.
I'm not going to the Bears game, actually. I'm going to the Packers game with Bill the Packer fan and watch the Packers lose against the Saints. But I will be live with you guys for at least a couple minutes. So definitely going to be a good weekend.
So let's do some final thoughts before we cut out for game. Jay, I'll start with you. What's your final thoughts for today?
I'd like to just see some overall improvement from last week, man. I think everybody probably should feel the same way about that. It just looked flat and lost last week. I mean, they had some moments, but just didn't look like they were prepared at all.
I agree with you. The first half last week, wasn't too bad. We only gave up 100 total yards. It was the second half that really killed us. So I want to see second half adjustments, and hopefully Fields can, scramble with that with that offensive line trouble.
What do you any final thoughts?
Yeah, this is my Woody wrap up. Even though I picked the Bucs to win, the keys to Bears victory today is that I want to see Eberflus is calling defense plays today. We need to see him some more blitzes. They didn't blitz at all last week. We got to keep Baker Mayfield in the pocket. He's a very mobile quarterback. And the other reason why I picked the Buccaneers to win, we couldn't cover one receiver last week. We couldn't cover Dobbs. Buccaneers have Godwin and Mike Evans to deal with. So go ahead, Mike. What are you going to argue with?
26 yards. That wasn't nothing. 2 TDs. Yeah, that was okay. But keep going with the Woody wrap-up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think we should – the pressures today, maybe Tyreek Stevenson could come up on a cornerback cornerback blitz, sorry. Or, get Tremaine Edmonds in there. And he had a nice tackle in the backfield last week. And hopefully Yannick gets another sack to keep it going. So that's the Woody wrap-up.
And there we have. I'd like to thank Tony for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Down here from another Floridian, a Buck fan. Thank you for joining us today for our pregame. Woody, thank you for the wrap-up. Join us for the game here in a few minutes. Bear down.
Bear down.
He was able to read the defense. He was able to call that little small audible.
His throwing is much improved over the season.
I'm over here in the south side of Chicago, 35th and Damon, doing my veterans tailgate today, baby. This is all about the veterans.
Defensive line's got to get better.
We got a good tight end. That's all you got to do is play to the kid's strength.
Bears 24-21.
Offense looked good.
Glad for everybody to make it. Bear down, and hopefully I'll see every